Okay, hello. We have another heavy hitter beer to talk about today. This is from the North Coast Brewing Company, which is out of Fort Bragg, California. Another West Coast beer. North Coast Brewing Company, very, very famous for a few beers. The Red Seal Ale is one of their more accessible and more famous beers, as well as Old Rasputin Russian Imperial Stout, which is another kind of heavy hitter, but a very world-class beer as well. I haven't had either of those, but I have had this one, the one we're going to review today. I've had it a few times, not too many. This is their Old Stock Ale. And Old Stock Ale is an old ale, which back in the days of England used to be called Old Stock. Basically, it's high in levels of dextrin, very full maltiness character to it as well. So it's a very heavy beer. Now, old ales, the reason they're called Old Stock Ales, or they were called Old Stock Ales, is because they used to put them in vats. They used to transfer them to vats for the aging process. So they kind of stocked them away, and hence that's how they came up with the Old Stock Ale. Not really a too much of a creative name, but it's a name that fits what it is perfectly. Now, kind of an interesting side note behind Old Stock Ale. The part of the 2012 version of the Old Stock Ale was used to help tsunami victims in Japan. As a matter of fact, there was a village, I believe, that was completely decimated by the terrible tsunami back in early 2011, and proceeds from the sales of some of the Old Stock Ales were given to that charity. So very, very good cause. And it's a very, very exciting beer to try. I can't wait to try it. I haven't had one of these in a little while, so we're going to open it up right now. Old ales, by the way, can go anywhere between 4% to 12% alcohol content. So they're basically all over the place. 4% is just a sessionable beer. 12% obviously is a beer that's a little bit of a heavy hitter. This one is on the heavy hitter range, as I just mentioned. 11.7%, I believe, is the 2012 Old Stock Ales. I think the older Old Stock Ales from past years, like 2008, 2009, I think I remember drinking them at 13%. So this one, a little less in the alcohol content, but not by too much. You can drink these in a pint glass, usually the ones with the lesser alcohol content. I got an oversized wine glass for this one, just being such a heavy beer. So let's pour it in here. And one of the things we want to check out with beers of this high volume and high alcohol content is the head. And it looks like the head on this beer is very, very good. I see about a finger of a little bit of a darkish white as I pour it in. And as you can see, very brown, very bubbly, and we'll grab a whiff of it right now. Oh boy, I can definitely taste or smell the alcohol rather. Very potent, very brownish, almost chocolatey-ish maybe, I don't know. Malty, very malty, almost smells like a quadruple to me, almost quadruple-ish, almost like a St. Bernardus. Very lovely smell though, wow. Let's grab a taste. As you can see, by the way, the head has dissipated to very slight film, and usually that happens the higher the alcohol content of the beer. Oh boy. Now this is a full-bodied brew, to say the very least, full-bodied. You know what? This is an 11.7% volume beer. However, I don't taste the heaviness of the alcohol. It's not really having an effect alcohol-wise on me, which could be very dangerous if you want to have another. But the taste is just exceptional, absolutely exceptional. I would give Old Stock Ale, at least the 2012 variety, I would give this a 9 out of 10.